Ladies and gentlemen, today I am gonna talk about a bedtime story. I'm not gonna talk about a bedtime story. I'm gonna tell you a bedtime story, or just a story that I made up, like right now. Okay, so this is the story. Once upon a time, there lived a boy. And it was very great in his life until he had to move. And then he had to move schools and he had to move houses. But his parents were pretty settled in, but he wasn't. Because her parents' dream was to put on a bakery, and they went to this 3-story house, actual 2-story house. It had a big attic, and apparently there wasn't that much room in that townhouse, whatever you call it. Yeah, it's a townhouse. And it's so there was only one room. And one day, the boy, actually we should name him Dustin, okay? So the boy's name is Dustin. And Dustin went to the attic and found a very girly room. It had a lot of pink and some really pink stuff, and he found this diary, and that diary was completely ripped, so it didn't matter, and it was really girly. And then it told this about his parents, and the next day Dustin went to go get some flour to bake bread, and while he was doing that, his parents took every single nookie and cranny into the girl who lived there last time, and took everything there and put them inside, and it looked pretty great. And their parents were pretty proud of themselves, and they were quick enough to make their first ever cake that they baked. Believe it or not, that cake looked delicious, and it was really delicious. It actually was so delicious that the evil, or you might say bad, neighbor came. The bad neighbor's son. So the only thing that made them bad was their son. His son had too much money of what his father earned, and he was spoiled rotten. And when he smelled that breeze of that cake thing they've just baked, he came to the bakery and was so amused, and then he said, "You will come to my palace and bake me as much cake as I want." And then they said, "No way! This is our bakery and we people, not servants." And then that person told his butler to take him with him. But they were quick enough to call the police. Not like the police where they're living in. And if you didn't know, they were living in India. Like India, like in this Paris sort of place. So it's located in India, but it's like Paris. So you know something like Pakistan and India? Yeah, so it's one of those stuff. So in India there's Pakistan, India and Puri. Yeah, Puri. And then they called where they were from. They were from USA, so they were like, police, lawyer, we need your help. We're in Paul, and we need your help because these two men are trying to kill us, and we are very glad. And they trying to take us as servants if we don't help them. And then immediately they came in a jet, just as quick as possible. To be more precise,